agree.
Yeah.
I just remember him really lobbying me a lot to shave my head.
Oh.
Like, will you shave your head? And I was like, dude, if I shave my head, how are you gonna get this thing to come out of my forehead? How's that gonna work? And I don't think he quite thought it through, and he went, yeah, you're right, we can't, never mind.
He's completely method though. He just wants you to really do everything you're
Just
supposed
the
to
thing
be.
to come out of your head.
He just
Yeah.
wants it to come out of, it's like, that would be really brilliant acting if I just made my pineal grow through my forehead.
Yeah.
But, anyway, the great thing about From Beyond is, 10 weeks in Rome? That was,
Yeah, because we did so well with Re-Animator and the budget was so small, they made a lot of movie from Re-Animator. Then they really upped the budget for From Beyond. I mean, it was multiple times that of Re-Animator. And so we had a much longer shoot and we were able to go to Italy, and that was the first time I was there. And we shot at the old Dino De Laurentiis studios in Rome, which was amazing, and we just had a really wonderful time. And also, if you'll notice, between Re-Animator and From Beyond, the style and the mood of it is a little bit different. Re-Animator is very funny and campy and satirical, and really much to Jeffrey's credit. And then in From Beyond,
much more serious movies.
yeah, Stuart really wanted to make an intense, much more serious movie.
Stuart wanted Re-Animator. He approached Re-Animator very seriously as well, like it's a serious movie. And Bruce and I just kind of looked at each other and went, maybe not.
Oh.
Let's find some humor here. Because
Yeah, they really brought out the comedy, and then,
we really wanted to balance out all that gore with some humor. You gotta do that, otherwise it's just really no relief.
Yeah, and as soon as we started filming and you guys started working that way, it was evident that that's the way the tone was going to go.
We weren't going for jokes, but we were looking for moments where we could maybe find some release.
Mhm.
So, still played it straight, but
And what's interesting too is that Re-Animator the musical takes that one step further. I don't know if anybody's seen that. Have you heard of Re-Animator the musical?
Yeah.
So that's a very funny show, and that's really taken even to another level of hysteria.
Yes, sir.
I think that's not going to happen.
Yeah, House of Re-Animator has been talked about. It is the most asked about film that has not ever been made or ever got financing. I
Get
think
$1.
there's this sort of disconnect between what the fans want and what will get financed. And they tried, many years ago, for 3-4 years ago, to try to get a House of Re-Animator, which in essence is the vice president has a heart attack and dies, and he can't be dead. So they track Herbert down to bring him in to revive the vice president because he really runs the country. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
So it was kind of topical.
That's kind of scary.
It was kind of topical, and Stuart insisted that it be really spot on, like Bush, Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, Laura Bush.
I was going to be Laura Bush.
He wanted all of that.
Woo!
And I kept arguing for, why can't it just be a president, a vice president? Why do you have to, because Stuart really wanted to stick it to the administration. And, my point was, why are we politicizing Re-Animator? It's never been political, so all of a sudden it's going to be a tool for that. So I was always a little wary of that, and apparently, money people were too, because you're going to split your audience.
Well, that's interesting because maybe as time goes on, maybe there's a possibility we could make it.
Right. My argument was like, why don't you do it like Dr. Strangelove? I mean, you talk about power corrupting, absolute power corrupting absolutely. I mean, that's you had a president, a administration that sort of said all of that without it being identifiable. But he was really pretty adamant about what he wanted, and so it never happened, I think, because of that. Yes?
Can you sort of tell us a few moments about what you found to be the best and worst parts of dealing with physicality of both Pictures from Beyond and Re-Animator? Like, what was a good moment, what was a really rotten moment?
Right.
Well, I have a really rotten